Hi there. So in this video I'm going to take you through the various steps in creating and editing posts. So I'll just go back to the dashboard area. Now to access your posts, there they are on the left sidebar, and you can just click. I will take you initially to the All Posts tab, which is a menu page that right now shows a number of dummy posts that I have set up. By default, when you set up your WordPress site, there will be one Hello World post there. So to take you through creating a post, there are two places that you can click on that will take you to that function. One of them is right here at the top of this page. But also from the menu bar here, you can at any point create a new post. So by default, you'll see that the cursor is on the title name. I'm just going to give this that title. And as soon as I go down to the text area, you will see that a permalink has automatically been given to this post, and by default it has used the title. So you can change that if you need to. You should, when you go in, see this visual tab. Sometimes it defaults to the text tab. I will talk you through what the text tab does, or you can look at the materials. But this is more an area that you may wish to, I know it's an area that I go into if I'm troubleshooting if some of the formatting isn't working, because you'll maybe find that there's a little bit of code there that you can't see on the visual text. And also with the toolbar, you may also see something that looks more like this, the minimize toolbar, when you first go in. And quite simply, to maximize it, you just click on that button there, and it will give you all the tool options, very similar to any kind of Word software package that you have, or anything like Gmail or Yahoo that you may use. So I'm just going to type in some dummy text here. Now there are elements that you can give headings, and this will be sort of different sized fonts to things. So I'm just going to give that a heading 4. And one more aspect that I want to highlight is with regard to copying and pasting text into this visual box. Many people tend to like writing their blog posts or articles in Word, and if they go and copy and paste their Word document straight into this box using their key commands or their normal commands for pasting, it could migrate with it some hidden coding from Word that you wouldn't know about, and this could interfere then with how it appears on the page of your site. So I always wish to emphasize that when you paste anything that comes from Word, you use this particular tool, and that will help solve that problem. But sometimes you'll still find some little issues with formatting. Perhaps the fonts will be a different size, and in those cases you would need to go into the text box to fix those. So I will address issues around that kind of coding in a separate video, because it requires sort of fidgety details. But really, for the most part, as long as you stick to making sure that you paste any Word text with that button, you should be fine. So now I'm going to take you over to the right sidebar, and over here you have the first box, which is the publishing box that shows you the status. This is a draft right now. If you have multiple users on the site and maybe some of them, you want your draft to be reviewed before it's posted on the site, you can click on that. Visibility, again, for the most part, it will always be public. Stick this post to the front page, similar to Facebook. If any of you run Facebook pages, you can post, just say an article today and say that you want it to stick on the site. Even if you go and publish other articles in the coming days, you want that particular one to stay at the top. This is a feature that allows you to do that. You may also want to protect this particular post and only have a certain select few read it. That's possible, and you can also keep it private so that only people that have user access to the back end of your site can see this post, and they would need to be signed in to the admin account. And then the other great feature that we have with this kind of technology is that we can schedule our posts. So perhaps you're the type of writer or the content creator that likes to spend something like a Sunday afternoon creating their content, but they don't want to post it all at once. They can break it all down in different posts and schedule those posts to go out on separate days during that week. Also, if you're going to be going on holiday or vacation, that's another great feature to have so that you can schedule your posts. So I'm just going to cancel all these, and I'm going to bring you down to the categories area. Now, the categories box, I will also show you another part of the dashboard where you can create categories, but seeing as we're in the post area, I'll show you how one of the other ways to create categories is just to add them as you write your posts. And as you see, I've already created some categories here. And I can highlight one of those. I may also decide, you know what, I know I don't have a dedicated category to videos, so I'm just gonna put that in. And I could actually even put it as a sub category to stories, for example, and just add that new category, and you'll see that it comes up there. So I have set that up that this particular post can fit into 2 categories, and I can sort of look at any other features that I want to add. But if I'm pretty much happy now with all the settings, I can go ahead and add some of the keywords. And it's important that you use keywords that actually show up in your text, but in your post. And you'll want to highlight particular ones throughout your site in general to help with your search engine keyword optimization. Now below, these are various options that come with regard to sort of formatting and additional features that come with this particular theme from SoloStream that I use. There will be different options below available. I won't go into this part because not all themes have this level of detail, and I don't want to confuse or overwhelm anyone with these aspects. What I will say is that generally all of these big WordPress theme providers such as SoloStream or Elegant Themes, they will provide separate video tutorials on their own websites which will talk you through these features that are relevant in particular to their themes. And now, just to finish off, I'm going to go ahead and publish this as is. So when I go and publish, I should add that you may, and I should really encourage you to preview any posts that, especially in the early days, you may wish to preview a post before you publish it. Although there's always a very quick way to go in and make edits. So as you can see, I have my post here with that heading, and if I look at something and I see a typo, I can actually very quickly go and edit that post. You will notice that when you're signed into the back end of your site, you will always have this WordPress menu at the top. So if you're on any page or any post, it will automatically give you the opportunity to always edit that particular post or page. So I can go ahead, click, and I can go in and edit that if necessary. That feature also I'll take you back to the posts menu page, and you're always able to edit any post from this page here. You can click on edit and it takes you to that page, that editing option for your site. The quick edit is just a little tool here that helps you to edit some of the different features of that post, be it its title, its scheduling. You may want to change what category it falls into, and you can update those elements. What it doesn't do is really allow you the full editing function of the actual content of that post. So I'm just going to cancel that. And then lastly, to finish off this tutorial, I'm going to take you into the categories area, because this is where you can create new categories for your blog posts. And the slug is essentially the URL that will be picked up by default with the name that you put in, but you can give it a different name if you so choose. You can also add a description to that category. By default, as it says here, the description is not prominent on websites, but there are themes, and I know SoloStream with this particular theme, that enable you to show your category description at the top of the category pages, for example. So this is usually a feature that you would like if you have a magazine style site, or if you have a blog that has a lot of different categories and a lot of different areas of interest. Again, as you saw in the posts menu page, you can always go in and edit these. If you wish to delete one of your categories, that is fine to do so. It will give you a warning, because you have to keep in mind that if you're deleting that category, the posts that have been assigned to that category will lose their category tag. Now, the posts themselves won't be lost, but essentially they won't show up on the site for your readers. You can see them on the back end of the site, but they won't have a category assigned to them. So just keep in mind that if you're going to delete a category, make sure that all those posts that currently have a tick on that category, that they have been reassigned to a new category that you may have created. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna bring this video tutorial to a close, and in the next video I will be taking you through the ins and outs of inserting and formatting images or videos into your posts. So we will be addressing this whole area here of adding media and how we can make the most of the various multimedia features within our posts.